Hello and welcome to this video on writing better functions in C#. In software development, it's important to follow the principle that a class or function should only do one thing. When a function performs multiple actions, it can be more difficult to modify and the code may be less clear. In this video, we'll explore why this principle is important and how to apply it to your code. By the end of this video, you'll understand why it's crucial to focus on a single task when writing functions and how to apply this principle to make your code more modular, reusable, and maintainable. So let's get started. A key principle in software engineering is that functions should only do one thing. This makes it easier to reuse, test, and understand them. If a function performs multiple actions, it can be more difficult to modify and the code may be less clear. This concept is so important that if you remember nothing else from this guide, you will still have gained a valuable insight that many developers overlook. The function in the bad example has two responsibilities: calculating the area of a circle and calculating the circumference of a circle. It would be better to separate these two actions into two separate functions in order to follow the single responsibility principle, which states that a class or function should have only one reason to change. The good example shows how the function could be improved and split into two separate functions. Each of these functions has a single responsibility: to calculate the area or circumference of a circle. This makes the code easier to test, reuse, and maintain. It's important to note that a function should only do one thing in order to make the code easier to understand and maintain. When a function has multiple responsibilities, it can be more difficult to understand and modify, which can lead to bugs and other issues. By focusing on a single task, functions become more modular and can be easily reused and tested. In summary, the single responsibility principle is an important principle in software development that states that a class or function should have only one reason to change. This means that a function should only do one thing. By focusing on a single task, functions become more modular and can be easily reused and tested. When a function performs multiple actions, it can be more difficult to modify and the code may be less clear. By following this principle, you can improve the readability, maintainability, and reusability of your code. Thanks for watching this video on the single responsibility principle. I hope you now have a better understanding of this important concept and how to apply it to your code.